to Kojo on the Pod. Today I'm here with an amazing guest, and she'll introduce herself briefly. By the way, you're looking amazing.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know how we are matching by you. I don't. I see some black, but if you say not matching, yeah, I believe you're matching. So, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay.
Actually excited.
You're excited.
Yeah.
Well, how are you? Why are you excited?
Just because this is like my first ever experience doing this IG live, and I just want to see how this is gonna go.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go well, trust me. So, how do we know each other?
Oh, back from
UPS, University Primary School. Back from those days.
Yes.
Yeah, you were in. I was in U. What about you?
I think I was in L.
You were never in U?
No.
Really?
No.
So how did we? Okay, so how was our interaction back in primary school or middle school, whatever the case is?
Were we ever in the same class?
I don't think so, but I think we went to libraries together.
Oh, you remember that?
I remember we used to. I don't used to have like classes where you or S goes to the library together. I don't know.
I mean, I don't remember, but
remember?
I know that I knew you. You were quiet at the time, like
I'm
very.
You're
very quiet.
I'm still quiet. I'm still quiet and minding my business as usual. But yeah, that's how we met, and I think you left Ghana when?
Oh, I left Ghana after university.
So we went to university.
Yeah, in Ghana, one? Central.
Really?
Yes.
So tell us from UPS, which is primary school, middle school.
Yeah.
Which high school did you go to?
I went to Ebri Girls Senior High. Ebri, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after Ebri Girls,
then I went to Central.
What did you study in Ebri Girls?
General science.
You wanted to be a doctor?
I had to Cyprus before saying it.
Why? You suffered?
Ooh.
You suffered the...
yeah, it wasn't for me.
Wow. Who chose it for you?
I chose it myself.
So why was it a struggle?
I just, how you do try and error with your life. That's really what it was for me. And I realized that there were a lot more things that I was interested in.
Yeah.
And all the people that I was in the same class with were people who were just like wanted to study and pass.
Yeah.
But for me, there were a lot more things that I wanted to explore. So I was like, maybe I should have done general arts or something where I have more time to explore what I want to do. But science, it was intense. And in secondary school, it was just a lot. Yeah.
Because for me, from UPS, I went to St. John's School in secondary Tekrade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard of St. John's. You've heard of Archbishop Potter Girls.
Yes.
Yeah. That's our sister school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've heard of GST as
Yes.
Yeah. That's our, I won't say rival, but that's where I went from there. Then I went to UDS, University of Development Studies.
Wow.
It was quite a quote unquote depressing moment. But especially like being secluded from family and traveling to an unknown place.
Yeah. So you were there for like 4 years?
No, I wasn't there for 4 years.
Yeah.
I left level 100, which is like the first year.
Oh, okay.
I was about to go to my second level, that's level 200, and then I came to the States in 2014.
Cool.
So then, you continue so after you left, did you finish Legon? Central?
Yeah, I finished.
Oh, you finished Central?
Actually, I came here to visit and I went back to graduate.
Oh,
and
so you enjoyed some American smell before?
Yeah, I came for like just 2 weeks.
Hey, and then you enjoyed.
Yeah.
I never stepped there until 2014.
Yeah.
So were you going back and forth while you're in UPS?
No.
So you never went back and forth?
No.
But you're receiving some gift from.
Hey, I know, dear. Yeah. I don't know
if you remember. There's a time back in primary school. No, hold on. Was it JHS?
Yeah.
My dad got me this like sneakers, and I put it on. I don't know if you're part of the remedial team or classes, and the girls were like, "Hey, this, you had a click." But
no, please.
You had a click. For those who are watching, this lady,
Izzles. I was Nizzle.
You were part of the Izzles.
Yes. We had 2 clicks. There was Izzles.
Yeah.
They thought we were ratchet.
You guys were actually.
Really?
Yeah, you guys were. But I mean, looking back, it's like, okay, you guys were.
No, so I was like,
you guys were really
I was rolling with the real ones, like the people who were real.
Oh, so there were fake ones among you guys.
No. There were 2 cliques.
Yeah.
So I was rolling with the clique that was real.
And then the fake one was just.
I couldn't. No, I couldn't.
So okay, because I remember the Izzles were like, "Hey, I remember very well. They were like, "Hey, your shoes are nice," stuff like that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But that was like a while ago. I mean, I don't know where the shoes are right now.
And I was like, I was quiet, but then, and so a lot of people are like, "Well, I don't think you should be with these people. You should be with the para girls."
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
What's all of that?
But I mean, the Izzles, I don't know if they're still together. I hope they are not. I don't know, because you guys were ratchet. I mean,
God.
Yeah, like it was so bad. Like you guys were
loud.
You made it feel like
very loud.
We could have even talked to you guys.
They were very loud. But I enjoyed their company a lot.
So I was on our page on UPS, page, and then I stumbled on your videos. I was like, who's this person sending these videos every? I don't know. Was every week or every 2 weeks, whatever. So I didn't really get a chance to even view it until like I don't know, a month or 2 ago. I was like, let me just click on this video and see. Then I see someone who looks familiar. It's like Nayra. Then I was like, I already know one Nayra in our school, Nayra Clue. And then I was like, she has a YouTube channel, and it's called Evolution of True Beauty. So I was kind of it piqued my interest. It piqued my interest a lot. I was like, what is this about? I mean, even though I listened to it, right? But I wanted to also give it the chance for you to explain to the audience that I mean, how you started this name, why the name Evolution of True Beauty.
So a lot of people don't know this, but then it actually started when I was in Every Girls.
Okay.
So I was made the AFS president. That's like American Film Society.
Okay.
And whenever, like each year, you have to come up with AFS 9. So so it was my turn to come up with a 9, but then I just didn't know what I wanted to do, and so I remember like brainstorming with my best friend.
Okay.
She's still my best friend right now. And I was like, well, I have to do something. I'm not sure what I want to do. So we kind of like prayed about it and all of that. I was like, I want something that is remarkable, something that is different.
Okay.
And so that was how the whole concept of Evolution of True Beauty came about. Okay. What I wanted to do was to come up with the pageants, which we actually did, to come up with the beauty pageants. But I was like, at that time in Ghana, when they talk about Miss Ghana or like Ghana's most, like I think it was Miss Ghana and then
Ghana Most Beautiful.
No, there's another one.
Which one?
Miss Malaika.
Miss Malaika.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like those 2 specific beauty pageants, whenever they're qualifying women, they have to be like skinny and tall and all of that. Yeah. So I'm like, why is beauty always defined by how you look outwardly? So well, because they're not skinny, they can qualify to like represent themselves in the best way possible. So I was like, well, I don't have that huge stage, but if I'm in uni and I'm doing something, we're going to come up with a beauty pageant in school where we're going to send out that message of there's more to you than your looks. And so that's how the whole idea of Evolution of True Beauty came up. So the category for qualifying candidates was absolutely different. We wanted to bring out what it is you have as a young woman. What are your talents? What are your gifts? And it was remarkable. Wow. Yes.
What were some of the challenges that you faced in terms of getting sponsors or in terms of even bringing this dream to light in Ghana?
Yeah. So I would say that whenever I started in Every Girls at the time, we were just about to take our WASI. Okay. And so the show was supposed to happen Saturday. Okay. And then we're starting WASI on Monday. Right. And mind you, I was doing science.
Wow, tough.
So all of my classes thought I was not serious, like, what is wrong with this girl? But then the good thing was that God promised us that he was going to make this happen, and he did make it happen. Right. We got sponsorship from Vodafone. Wow. And I think we even had like a really great artist at that time who also like graced the occasion, all of that. But the biggest challenge was that, yes, we're about to write WASI, and I remember that we were supposed to get people to come do decor. The sponsors were supposed to get them in around maybe like 3 p.m. on that Saturday.
Yeah.
And so I gathered my team, and then we're like, okay, we're going to the main hall. We're going to like set up the place.
Yeah.
We got there, and the tables and chairs were all set up for WASI.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh God. So you just wanted to waste my time.
Yeah,
like I could have been studying.
Literally.
But then we went all out. We went to classrooms after classrooms to tell people about this and all of that.
Wow.
We got sponsors, and this show is not even happening.
Yeah.
We went to speak to the headmaster. He was like, are you really serious right now? Like, go and study. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yes. And then I felt led to go speak to our patron at that time. And then she went to speak with the headmaster. And he was like, okay, cool. So do your show. One shot down, make sure that you put this place back in order for Monday. Yeah. And I was like, wow, that was like crazy. But when God gives you his word, he's going to follow through.
Like that.
And then I went to university, and then it kind of like resurfaced again. Okay. Yeah.
So you've been doing this from the Brie Girls to university, and now you're here. So how was it like in university? Did you also get the same issues, or you had it was a free flow for you?
Yeah. So whenever I went to university, it wasn't like something that was a continuous process.
Yeah.
When I went to university, first year, nothing, second year, nothing, third year was when I was in a literary group, like an arts group. Mm-hmm. And so I was like being vetted for one of the vice presidents, but then things changed really fast before I realized I was being catapulted into being interviewed or vetted for like student chaplain. I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Yes. So I ended up becoming the student chaplain. I'm like, God, I don't know about this. But then again, they were like, well, each year something has to happen.
So it was the same thing as the Brie Girls.
Yes. Yes. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But God was like, if you're being placed in that position to lead a team and you have women, what is the best gift that you can give to women if you already started something like that? And so I was like, well, I got it a team again, and we were able to execute it because I felt like in the church, right, there should be more to you than just, she's prayerful and she can speak in tongues. Like, what is more about you outside of the church? Like, can you hold a conversation? Like, what can people say about you? What can people vouch about you? Like, oh, she's an honest person. Like, she's noble. Like, what are the things that people can say about you? So I was like, I want to be able to do more than just bringing a prophetess to come and like speak to them. Like, I want something that's going to be impactful in their lives outside of church.
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a very beautiful journey. Honestly, I like the idea. Even that when I stumbled upon your channel, Evolution of True Beauty, I was like, so true beauty, what is true beauty? I was asking myself, so true beauty, why is it not evolution of beauty but true beauty? And like the way you are talking about it is like you are trying to bring something out of the person, in the sense of you want to draw something out for the world to see, and it has to be impactful, and it's great. It's a great initiative. I'm very humbled to be able to sit down with you to hear the story, because honestly, I really appreciate like small beginnings and then how you are leading women to higher heights. As you mentioned, like church is not only about being prayerful, being I mean, it's good to have the fruit of the spirit. It's good to be spiritual. However, like you also have to let your light shine. And how are you shining your light? It could be in terms of holding a conversation, in terms of you are very good at certain skills, certain talents, and you're bringing it out. Which is great. So, by the way, guys, you're welcome to Kojo on the Pod. I'm here with my beautiful guest, Nayra Clue. And guys, if you haven't tuned into her YouTube, go tune in now. It's called Evolution of True Beauty. You can also follow her on Instagram. Follow her. Are you on TikTok? Not yet.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Okay, go on TikTok. Okay, you create a TikTok by tomorrow. Today. Evolution of True Beauty. Guys, follow her. She's doing amazing work. Also, with the YouTube, right? Since you started your journey, I'm sure you've had challenges on YouTube with comments and people judging, the color, your tone, your audience and stuff like that. Can you tell us some of the challenges that you faced when you started YouTube?
Okay. If I'm being completely honest, I have not really faced any kind of like challenges with regards to feedback
Okay.
or like negative feedback.
Okay.
Because whenever I started with people that I went to school with. So those are the people that were watching,
Okay.
people that I could connect with, and people who knew me.
Yeah.
And so that was really how it all started. But then the challenge that I actually had was with the fact that it got to the point where I went through a phase where I felt like God secluded me from the world and I had to go through my own battles. And so I was like,
Ooh.
I'm not ready to be out there.
Ooh.
I'm not ready to share any part of me with the world.
Yeah.
I want to just focus on myself.
Yeah.
But then you still get to that point, that epiphany where you're like, it's still not about you. Like, if God should put things in perspective and be like, well, this is how long you have on earth, you're probably going to realize that every single day counts, and just focusing on yourself is not what the goal is supposed to be. You just always have to get yourself out of the way, get over yourself, and just allow God to do what He wants to do.
Wow. So, sharing your story, of course, you're going to face a lot of vulnerability moments. You're going to share a lot of frailty moments. What was one of the frailty moments, or one of the moments where you were sharing your story and you literally broke down, like emotionally broke down?
For me, each and every episode is that. For me, I don't physically like cry or anything like that, but I've always been honest and true to myself. And whenever I'm coming up with an episode, it has to correlate with what I'm currently going through. So there was a time where I was like, let it glow. That was what I had in mind. I was like, this is what the episode is going to be, let it glow. But then I was trying to shoot it, and at that point, nothing was glowing in my life.
Nothing was glowing. It was darkness upon the seas.
So I'm like, there's no way I can talk about that. So I had to try to still like figure out what the message was supposed to be at that point in time, and still be able to share it. So for me, anything that I share is more of what I'm going through presently and how I can relate with that. And I just feel like that is really what has been like the good thing about my show. Like, it's always like honest and real. Yeah.
There was one episode that I watched, I think when you sent that link, was about building capacity. Can you? I loved it, and I think that was the episode that I reached out to you about, and your story was just it moved me. It moved me to the point of like, wow, this person was able to go through these hurdles and still believe God to build her capacity for what's yet to come. Can you share to the audience what that meant, like building capacity? What does that mean?
Okay. I believe that for everybody, we all go through our rough moments. We all go through good times as well. But then we always have to remember that there is an end goal, and that for each and every person with whatever you're going through, God has a bigger picture for you. And so having the right mindset in your struggles or in that phase is what is going to determine your results. And so having that mindset of, okay, yes, I'm going through it right now, but then I know that I am building that capacity for whatever it is that God has ahead of me, is probably the best mindset that you can have, so that you're not missing the lessons God wants you to learn, rather than feeling sorry for yourself and be like, God, why me? Who should it be? You know? There are definitely lessons that you have to learn from whatever it is that you're going through. And so just having that right mindset is definitely what you need to be able to learn those lessons and just wait and enjoy the goodness that God has for you.
Wow. It's just like there's this movie. I don't remember the title, but the guy was going somewhere and he was carrying like a load on his back, and he kept carrying everywhere he stops, he carries another load. Everywhere he stops, carrying another load, and at some point he got tired and he was like, God, I think it's called pilgrimage or something, pilgrim, something like that. I don't know the name. And the guy was like, God, I can't carry this by myself. And God was like, I'm taking you through this journey for a reason. You are carrying loads for a reason. You are carrying people's burdens for a reason. So that when you get to where you are or where you have to get to your destination,
Yeah.
you can show them that this is how it was. And
Yeah.
every step of the way, I'm with you. And I was like, wow. Because some people just give up.
Yeah.
Some people just like, this is too much load to carry. How can I carry someone's burden and I don't even know the person?
Yeah.
But just like Christ, he kept carrying the load till he got to the cross.
Yeah.
And it builds capacity for him to be able to suffer the pain,
Yeah.
the crucial pain that she suffered it,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful. It's a again, when I say beautiful, I'm not saying like it has to be perfect. It's beautiful in the sense of you get to see dirty, like all the mix of it, and then it's just beautiful to just see like art. You know how you can someone just like draw an art, it's like, oh, what is it? But like
Yeah.
the meaning behind the art has something like a beautiful concept behind it.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I mean, I just keep saying beautiful because like it's beauty. It's just beauty in ashes. How you can see
it's true beauty.
Yeah, true beauty in ashes. You can see true beauty in ashes, like
Yeah.
and I love it. I love that episode. Like build up capacity.
I think the title was Beauty Instead of Ashes.
Instead of okay.
So there's just that hope.
Yeah.
Of that replacement, that whatever it is that you're going through.
Yeah.
Number one, you're building capacity.
You are.
But there is glory at the end.
Glory.
And you have a story to tell for another generation that is coming after you.
My thing is, if you didn't document this, right, what would generations speak about you? I think that's one thing about content creation or just YouTube or just social media. I think that I get the fact that people are afraid to show their vulnerability or like speak up with their stories of life. I get it, but again, as you mentioned, there's glory at the end, and if you look back, I'm pretty sure you're gonna look back 10 years or whatever years, like, wow, God has really taken me this far. And it's awesome. Like right now, like with this video I'm gonna post, I'm gonna look back, I'm like, wow, I sat down with the pioneer of evolution of Tribute and today see where she is. I just love it because it's like time is of the essence, I make the best of my time with people. It has to be meaningful, it has to mean something. And I know that this people who are watching us, I don't know, 5-10 people who are watching us are enjoying it. I hope so, because if you missed it, you missed it. So you said you've not been criticized yet on YouTube. Yet. So if it comes, well, how would you deal with it? If let's say I decide to ghost and just criticize your page, or this girl give you racial slurs and stuff like that, how would you deal with it?
I would say that there's really no way, because I'm an honest person, like there's really no way for you, because I can sit here and be like, oh, I'll be fine. Like people are probably just miserable and they just want to make you miserable as well. I believe that there might be some comments that may speak to you personally, speak to your weaknesses. And sometimes people are criticizing, but it's really the truth. And that might hurt you,
Can you expand on that? How can some critics be the truth?
Because, for example, let me just give an example. Okay. Maybe Sarah Jakes Roberts, right? Or maybe like someone who is an icon. Okay. She still has a story, right? And so probably whenever she's sharing her story, you're going to have people from her church who may be like, well, you still did get pregnant at a young age. Like there are certain things that are your weaknesses that you're going to be able to put out there as your testimony. that, okay, maybe, yes, I was pregnant at age 13, but then people are going to be like, yes, you were, and they're going to criticize that because it was a moment of weakness for you. But you've been able to go through that. You've allowed God to work on you to become a better version of yourself. But then it's still not going to change the fact that it may have been that moment of weakness for you where you had to get yourself back on your feet and to be able to share your story. But people always find a way. Yeah.
I mean, people have stories, and whether good, bad, you know. And I truly believe that you can't live this life without being criticized. You cannot live this life without being like judged or talked about. Then you didn't exist. You know. Then what's the point of existing? For me, when I started posting my YouTube channel, my YouTube videos, I had a few racial slurs here and there, and I mean, as you mentioned, people would just say things just to bring it down, whatever. And I mean, for me, I just had to change the filter. I just like don't allow inappropriate comments. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how I was able to do it. Because again, in my world, I mean, you can criticize. You know, it's up to me to either decide to respond or not respond. And I'm doing it out of love. I'm not gonna do it because I hate you. I don't have hate. I don't carry hate. I don't know how to hate someone. I just don't know, because that's the nature of God in me. I cannot hate someone. I just cannot hate. I mean, no. Like if I hate something, it's either like okay. When I say hate, it's like I prefer something over someone. I'm not necessarily hate as in I hate you, like evil intent, whatever. No, I just prefer something over you. Something. That's all. If I'm gonna use the word hate. But I've always put the comments off so I don't really get distracted with people's comments and stuff. So again, my peace. Even on Instagram as well, people would be saying some things. I'm like, all right, go ahead, say what you want to say. I'll just give you a hug and then I'm out. At the end of the day, you'd need love. I'm giving you love.
Right.
So hate, love, be fine.
Yeah.
So, how do you take health? I do take health important. Like, how's your health, fitness, lifestyle? How is it for you?
I definitely do mental health first.
Okay.
Which is not really something that we really talk about in our culture.
True.
But the lifestyle here in America is kind of different. Where even in the work environment, they want to make sure that you're taking care of your mental health and all of that. So I definitely have those moments where you feel overwhelmed and stressed and all of that. But then I have been able to still make time for myself, spend time with myself. And for me, right from a very young age, is what works for me. But I'll literally take a pen and paper and then write down everything that is bothering me, whether it's with my academics or finances, whatever it is. I'll write it all down. Like, okay, God, sit down, let's talk.
Let's have a chat.
Literally.
Let's have a chat.
Yes. And then I'll talk about everything. And it works like magic.
Wow.
We'll talk about every single thing and I'll just be rolling them out. By the time I'm done, I feel so wow. I feel lighter. I feel like, wow, this actually worked. And even if it's not solutions you have right that moment, there's hope that things are going to get better. So you just get to relax. And also, my biggest challenge was me not wanting to like work out or anything. I'm like, I can't do this. But guess what? Good timing, because I started working out.
When did you start?
Last week.
Wow.
That's like really good
for
timing.
How long though?
I started.
Years? So you're not working out until last week?
Until this week. Did I say last week? This week.
Today, okay. Yes. So you never stepped into the gym?
Never.
Nayra, are you sure?
So my whole body is sore right now.
No, are you sure?
Yes.
Were you like this since high school?
Yes.
So is this pure genetics or is pure chance?
Oh, genetics and chance.
What?
Mixture, hybrid.
How?
How was?
Because I mean, from afar, I was like, hey, maybe this girl was taking her health seriously. She was going to the gym. She was fit. And
It's
not knowing.
maybe Dokno.
By the way, Dokuno is kinky. So
Oh,
for those who don't know,
sorry.
Dokuno is kinky. Go ahead.
Kinky, yeah. That was like I could eat kinky every day.
Wow.
Every single day,
Wow.
right from childhood. Even here, like
Wow.
I used to eat kinky every day.
Wow.
But then I went to the gym the first time, and I got back, and I was looking at the kinky like,
nah, not today.
My conscience.
Your
Trying to grab some leaves.
Oh God!
I'm like, are we doing this? But
yeah,
I felt I slept very well. That's good. And I'm like, there's definitely something about this, like making sure that you're okay wholesomely. Yeah.
You see, it's. I mean, I always push the narrative of taking care of yourself, health wise, both physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like financially as well. I think is one part of it. And when I hear people saying that I don't go to the gym, I don't like going to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, how are you taking care of yourself? Because as you mentioned, mentally, when you go to the gym, for me personally, it helps me mentally, physically, emotionally. Yeah, even I would say some form of financially as well. Because I mean, if you are well, you wouldn't go to. I mean, I'm not against going to checkups and stuff. It's good, but it reduces your expenses. It reduces your costs because people go to the hospital and just for heart rate, and when you could have been going to the gym and just being active, and again, that's my opinion. Don't come for me. I'm just saying that it's good to go to the gym, build up your your physique. Is good. It's good. But I mean, I thought you were. Hey, really? So this is you.
Yes.
From JHS to nah. I believe there's something.
Nothing.
And you ate kinky and what do you call it? Burgers and everything, and you still
Nayra. We forgot it, man.
So you,
yeah.
Guys, do you believe that she really ate kinky? Do you believe? I doubt it.
Team kinky.
Okay, so what are some of the practical tips for people looking to improve their work-life balance with, as you mentioned, health and also like being fit and also trying to, again, the American lifestyle is just busy. It's just 9 to 5, all of that stuff. How would you, what tips would you give someone to be able to balance work and life and also still want to be fit or be healthy?
I would say that just make the little steps.
Good.
You cannot just expect like maybe your whole schedule to change drastically for you to be able to like go to the gym, be like, okay, now maybe I used to work 9 to 5, now I'm gonna change my schedule to 9 to 12 so I can go to the gym. Like even if it's just for 30 minutes, even if it's just for an hour. And then you just do that each and every day, or maybe twice in a week to start, or like 3 times. Just making those little steps. And then eventually you start creating room, and then before you realize you have that balance. It's just the little steps in any aspect of your life.
I agree. I agree, because for me, I always tell people that at least go to the gym, stay there for like 10 minutes. There's this 10-minute rule this guy came up with. I don't know his name, but I'll let you know. He said at least go to the gym for like 10 minutes. And if you have to be on a treadmill or the bike or just use a weight, whatever, just 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, leave. Do it again. As you realize that I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying coming here 10 minutes. Let's do 20 minutes. Let's do 30 minutes. Small. At some point, you start sleeping in the gym because it's like you are enjoying what you're doing and you're not spending too much time. You're just like, I'm not spending too much time. The time you're spending is meaningful to you and it's very efficient. So I always tell people, hey, I know you don't like going to the gym, but at least get outside, go for a walk.
You know, one thing, there's also something that people don't really talk about, the phobia of going to the gym. Because for me, that was like one of the big things. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I don't want people just watching me like, what is this girl doing? You know?
Yeah.
And you realize that just going in there, seeing everybody working out, number one is just a healthy environment. And nobody really cares about you. Like everybody do what they have to do.
Nobody have their headphones on.
Yes.
Blasting music.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. So just go in there, do your thing.
Yes.
So today, if you haven't stepped in your gym,
One Life Fitness.
Oh, you are promoting One Life Fitness. I am promoting Planet Fitness.
One Life.
Whatever gym it is, whether it's Ghost Gym. I mean, even the gym, let's not even say the gym. Even your house, you can go around.
Yeah.
Just start little. Like go for a walk. You know, if you have a dog, if you have friends, whatever, go for just a walk.
Yeah.
But when was this? I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I was talking to this cardiovascular doctor, my neighbor, and he was saying to me that people just find it very difficult to even just get up and, you know, do certain things.
Right.
And he was saying that the fact that your heart is beating and you need blood to flow through your body, you know, one of the most important things is mobility, being able to move around. He's not saying do too much. Just go for a walk.
Yeah.
Just go for a walk.
True.
It doesn't do just a walk. You know, get up, go for a walk to the bathroom, walk to the kitchen, the walk to the living room, the walk to, you know, just around your neighborhood.
Yeah.
It doesn't take anything away from you. It just helps your blood flow. That's all he's saying. But if you're a gym rat like me, hey, I'm not a gym rat per se, but I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy being around people who are working out.
Yeah.
It gives it improves a lot of testosterone, whatever the case is. Yeah, it does. It does a lot of scientific stuff.
Wow.
We won't get there. It does a lot of stuff. But yeah.
That's
you
great.
mentioned mental health is not common in our culture. When you say culture, you're referring to African culture or culture in America?
Oh, African culture.
Okay, so how do you are you a big advocate of mental health in our African culture?
Yes.
And how are you doing that? How are you telling people about mental health?
So, I mean, if you really think about even evolution of Trinity, for example, that is a mental health movement, because there are a lot of people a lot of women who look in the mirror and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm not beautiful.
Yeah.
Because maybe I give birth and all I see is a big tummy, stretch marks, scars.
Yeah.
My boobs are sagging. Yeah. You know, or
I think they deal with the postpartum
depression as well. Yeah. Yes, and so
that's very real.
Yeah, and so like all these things still affect our self-worth and make us feel like